I am so excited to share this analogy with you guys. So, I talk about this a lot, and I'm hoping it will clear up some questions like, oh my gosh, do I really need that much food? Or saving your calories for the end of the day, um, fasting, just this period recovery and money analogy I hope will shed some light into how your body utilizes your food and also to help you think retrospectively what a deficit your body truly is in, and that you may need much more energy, aka food, than you may think. All right, so let's dive in. All right, so I'm going to talk about a bank account for a moment. You are in debt. Let's just say you are about, I don't know, $200,000 in debt. A lot of money. Okay. So you have still a daily budget, right? Your daily budget is coming from what you make and what you have to buy, right? So you have a fixed versus variable expenses. So your fixed expenses are like your heating and electric bill, your cell phone bill, maybe your mortgage, right? And then you have your variable expenses like going to get your nails done, maybe a massage, um, things like that. And then let's think about majority of us have what's called a fixed income. So that means we show up to work maybe 40 hours a week and we get paid an hourly wage or perhaps a yearly salary, which still breaks down to an hourly wage of some sort. Okay. So just want to explain, kind of go through that there, and I'm going to connect the two in a moment. So here's your energy account, and this is your body. This is the food in your body, or I don't even want to say the food, but the energy that your body requires to perform at a optimal or homeostasis type of function. So let's just say you are 200,000 calories in debt. Okay, so calories is a form of energy. I just don't like to use the word calorie much. So you have your daily budget, right? What you may think is like, oh, someone my height and weight only requires 1,500 calories. Um, and that's how much you are taking in. And you also have to think about your expenses, right? So we all have expenses, and your expenses in your body are either fixed or variable. So our fixed expenses are our heart beating, our lungs breathing, other cellular functions that are happening. Our variable expenses are gym time, maybe going for a walk with a friend. And fixed and variable, where it gets a little bit tricky with fixed and variable, you could have a really demanding job, but there's no way that you're not going to be able to do that job. Like, for example, if you're a nurse, you're running around like crazy, but it's also something you have to do. So your fixed expenses is just, it's non-negotiable. We have to do it. But the variable expenses like going to the gym or going for a run or a walk or constantly doing and doing and doing stuff around the house, that is variable. It doesn't have to happen in order for you to survive. So most of us up until this point have been giving ourselves a fixed income, right? So, or fixed energy. So maybe you're eating only 2,000 calories a day. Okay. And so there is a chance that you can bring in more energy. And we'll talk about how this comes together. Okay. So pretty much in a nutshell, you'll never get out of debt if you don't make more money or eat more food. Okay, so I'm going to go back and forth between the two analogies here. So you have this negative bank account or this negative energy deficit, right? So of $200,000 or 200,000 calories. Okay. So each day you have to breathe, you have to have your heartbeat, you have to go to work, you have to walk to the bathroom. So these are things that you have to do. There's like no choice around it. Okay. However, you're only allowing yourself a certain amount of energy or making a certain amount of income. But you decide, well, I like to go to the gym. And you know what? I like to get my nails done, my hair did. So, in order to do those things, we're going to have to make more money or eat more food. But here's where it just doesn't add up because we're in debt, right? Remember, you are in debt. So we have to pay back this debt before we do these things that we just want to do, not the things that we have to do. So to get our nails done, to get our hair done, you're going to have to get out of debt first, unless you want to get further in debt. But you have these daily expenses. So if you have a daily expense of, we'll just say $1,200, and you are only making $1,500 a day, there's only $300 that's going towards that debt. You're never going to get out of debt, right? You're going to have to find an extra job to get out of debt. So here's the thing with the body. So your body is in $200,000 or 200,000 calories of debt. You are giving yourself 2,000 calories a day, right? But your daily expenses of just things you have to do is like 1,500. So you're only putting 500 towards that overall debt. It's going to take you a while to get out of debt. Now, let's add in, well, you know what? I still want to exercise. I still don't want to give up exercise. Well, that is going to be your choice. But if you want to get out of that energy debt and get your period back sooner, you're going to want to save those extra, sources of income that you're able to take in, so you can get out of debt, right? And so you might say, Cynthia, well, what if I just eat more food? So I guess the small print here, fine print, is that sometimes, and a lot of times, that what's happening when you do exercise, even if you're like, you know what, I know my body's burning like 2,000 calories a day, but I'm going to go ahead and eat 10,000 calories. I'll get out of debt in no time. However, how sometimes the brain works and the hormones work is that just the act of getting your heart rate up and increasing your stress hormones is enough to not make any impact on the energy levels, but impact your hormones in a way where they communicate to say, it is not safe around here. So spending less energy, meaning moving less, is going to be twofold. It's going to put more money back in your account, and it's also going to decrease the chances of your hormones being disrupted because your body is looking at that as a form of stress. So, again, you'll never get out of debt if you don't make more money or eat more food. And what I should have said in there is decrease your daily expenses of hair, nails. In our case, really for period recovery, exercise and movement. So, if you have a moment, I would love for you to go to the Facebook community and share your reflections on this analogy. You may find that I have already encouraged you to go and review this little video. So I hope you guys found this helpful and put a little context behind like your daily intake, guys. It's not like your body doesn't just like stop after a day. Like it's not like, oh, I ate X amount for the day. No, you're constantly putting money or energy back into this bank account to get out of this energy deficit while at the same time spending money each day because you have to in order to survive. So let me know if you guys found this helpful.